There was a hashtag on the computer saying "fish fries saves lives."
Yes, fish fries do save lives. On March 24th, 2017, Deacon Norm Keller and his wife Barbara were at a Lenten Stations of the Cross and Fish Fry at St. Joseph's Catholic Church in Marietta, Georgia, when the pastor had some shocking news.
He said, "Your neighbor called wanting to know if you were at church or not," and I said that you were, because she relayed the message that a plane had crashed into your house. And I said, "What?" And he said, "A plane had crashed into your house."
Yes, a small plane had crashed into their home, killing the pilot and likely killing the Kellers if they had not been at church.
We suspect, because of the way the fire flashed in the house, that we would have been asphyxiated before we burned, because jet fuel burned so hot it would have sucked all the oxygen in the area of that house where we were.
Truly a divine intervention.
If this doesn't inspire people that does exist, I don't know what will. Obviously, we're in the Advent season. Maybe the second coming of Christ would wake people up.
While their entire house and almost everything inside was destroyed, the Kellers are still counting their blessings.
Right off the bat, that the blessing was that unfortunately the pilot did lose his life, but he was the only fatality. Things could have been a lot worse. More people could have been hurt, more homes destroyed. But that was a blessing. That night, our doctor was on call, so our medicines that were lost in the fire were replaced immediately. The memories that we lost, our wedding album and things of that nature, Barbara and I have each other to remember them. That's the main thing, that we can share the experiences with each other.
And thankful for the people around them, while others aren't as fortunate.
Our family rallied around us, the diaconate rallied around us, our church community rallied around us, and the community rallied around us. As I reflect about the people in California and Texas and Puerto Rico, in those situations, there is no community anymore. There's nothing, they can't rally around each other because they're all in the same boat. And so our thoughts and prayers are with those communities that are suffering and will suffer for a good amount of time, much longer than the trials that we have been put through.
While a deacon at St. Joseph's, Deacon Norm is also very active in the Archdiocesan Prison Ministry.
We got thinking of you greeting cards from death row and from some of the other prison inmates in other facilities. You don't hear of anything like that.
6 months later, the Kellers were able to move into their brand new home. It was blessed by Atlanta's Archbishop, Wilton Gregory.
Today, I was honored to be able to bless their new home. And hopefully, it'll be filled with joy and peace and good fortune and happiness and no jet planes.
It really makes this house now truly a Catholic home, being blessed by our Archbishop.
The news announcer said, fortunately, the family was not there. They were at a church event, and I realized that if it was a Friday in Lent and they were at a church event, they probably were a Catholic family eating fish on a Lenten fish fry, and that's exactly where they were. Thanks be to God.
Thanks be to God indeed. The Kellers believe that God still has a purpose for them in this life, and Deacon Norm is reminded of that very often by some of the only surviving items from that fateful night.
When I say my evening prayer, a lot of times I'll be on the front porch and I'll do my evening prayer, and those statues remind me of the Lord's working in our lives. And so they will remain as charred. I'm not going to clean them up because that's what was left of the old life, and He has restored us in this new life.